up, Doc?
Shh, there's a wabbit down there, and I'm trying to catch him.
What do you mean, wabbit?
Wabbits. You know, with big, long ears.
Oh, like these?
Yeah, and a little white, fluffy tail.
Like this?
Yup. And he hops around and around.
Oh, like this?
You know, I believe this fella is a R-A-B-B-I-T. Pardon me, but you know, you look just like a wabbit.
Come here. Listen, Doc. Now, don't spread this around. But, confidentially, I am a wabbit! Last look. Guess who?
Eddie Lamar?
Nope.
Well, Carol Lombard? Rosemary Wayne?
Nope.
Olivia de Havilland?
Nope, but you're getting warmer.
Say, you wouldn't be that schooly wabbit, would you?
Could be.
Doggone you, old mean wabbit. I'll twig that wabbit. I'll set my wabbit twap. Here, wabbit, wabbit, wabbit. Here, wabbit, wabbit. Nice fresh carrots. You wicked old wabbit. I told you I'd get you, didn't I? Fell for my trap, didn't you, Mr. Wabbit? Too smart for you, wasn't I? I finally caught you, didn't I? Uh-oh.
Confidentially, you know.
Doggone you, mean old wabbit. That's the last straw.
Okay, Doc. I've had my fun, see? To show you I'm a sport, I'll give you a good shot at me. Now you stand here. Okay, Doc? Whoa, hold it! Okay, let it go. Oh! You got me, pal. Oh, you got me. Oh, oh, this looks like the end. Oh, I can't hold out much longer. I'm all washed up. Oh, everything's getting dark. I can't see. Don't leave me. Getting dark. Dark. Goodbye, pal. Goodbye.
Mr. Wabbit, say something. Speak to me. I killed him. I killed him. I'm a murderer. I'm a wabbit killer. Why did I do it? I killed a poor little gray fuzzy wabbit. Why did I do it? Why did I do it? Wabbits, wabbits, guns, wabbit twaps, cowards, wabbits, 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 wabbits!
Can you imagine anybody acting like that? You know, I think the poor guy's screwy.
Yes, now, what's cooking, Lolly?
Bugs Bunny was on the road to stardom. And these are his proud parents, the staff of Leon Schlesinger's Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies. Like all good parents, they instilled in Bugs a code of proper behavior.
Pick up pie.
Roger. Your pie, sir.
And a respect for authority.
Stick 'em up, or I'll blow your brains out.
Well, maybe not. But what do you want from guys who act like this?
What unique characters.
What they did give Bugs would make him a star. Bob Clampett was among those who contributed gag ideas for the first rabbit picture, Porky's Hare Hunt. One appears inspired by a minor actor from It Happened One Night. Another seems borrowed from a little-known comedian.
Of course, you know this means war. Of course, you know that this means war.
Oh, I'm going to school.
In his next cartoons, the rabbit was a little too hyper, sort of Daffy Duck in a bunny suit. Until director Chuck Jones got him to chill out for Elmer's Candid Camera.
Please, sir. Gosh, I don't even know the guy.
Next, director Tex Avery nailed his character, a street-smart wise guy who never lost his cool.
Can you imagine anybody acting like that?
They showed me a picture of this little rabbit. They said he's a tough little stinker, and we need a tough voice for him. So I figured, which is the funniest, which is the toughest, the Brooklyn or the Bronx? So I put the two of them together.
And that's how Bugs Bunny came out, Doc.
Calling people Doc was part of the lingo from Tex Avery's high school days in Dallas. Bugs' name didn't come as easy. Although an early model sheet used by director Bugs Hardaway was labeled Bugs' Bunny, it would be another 2 years before the boys of Termite Terrace officially named their wascally weapon. Finally, Robert McKimson gave him the full glamour treatment in this 1943 model sheet. In just a few short years, the boys of Termite Terrace had turned a little gray rabbit into a big Hollywood star.
Whoops, pardon me, wrong costume.
Once a star, there was no stopping Bugs. In 1947, he hobnobbed with other Hollywood giants in director Friz Freeling's Slick Hair.
Your check, Mr. Milan. Your change, sir. Keep it. Thank you.
Hey, waiter, come here.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bogart. We have some very nice...
Cut the gab and bring me an order of fried rabbit.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Mr. Bogart, but we're just fresh out of rabbit. We got some very nice crepe Suzette.
I said I want rabbit, and I'll give you just 20 minutes to bring it. Or else.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bogart. The customer's always white. Oh, dear me, what do I do? Where will I get a rabbit to fry for Mr. Bogart?
What's up, Doc?
Pardon me, Mr. Rabbit, but Mr. Humphrey Bogart would just love to have you for dinner.
Yeah? Well, now, that's mighty neighborly of him. You tell Bogey if he wants me, all he has to do is just whistle. Good evening, Maitre D. Am I the first to arrive? By the way, what's on the menu for tonight? In other words, what's cooking, Doc?
Oh, something very special. Fried rabbit.
Fried rabbit? Love it, love it, love it. Let's have a peek at it, shall we?
Well, right over here.
Now there's a delicious-looking rabbit. Oh, I just remembered. Previous engagement. I must be going. My apologies to Mr. Bogart. Matter of life and death. Unavoidable, you know. Gotta go. I hope you won't mind waiting while I remove these wet tapes and slip into a dry martini.
Longe das praias de Copacabana, aqui na terra do famoso tio Sam, ninguém sabia o que era uma baiana, reluzindo seus quindins, os seus palangandãs. Um belo dia apareceu uma brasileira, cantando samba sua própria maneira. E quando o público ouviu uma mãe eu quero, ficou logo apaixonado. E eu vou dizer porquê, tudo se fazia. E ela disse alô, alô. Agora estou dando samba dessa marcha embolada, batucada e a brincadeira tem.
How they love me. One lemon meringue pie.
One lemon meringue pie coming up. Pick up pie.
Roger. Your pie, sir. One banana cream pie.
One banana cream pie coming up. Pick up pie.
Roger. Your pie, sir. One coconut custard pie with whipped cream.
One coconut custard pie with whipped cream coming up. Say, you know what I think? I think that's the rabbit. Well, he who laughs last. Pick up pie.
Rogerini.
Why did you hit me in the face with a coconut custard pie with whipped cream?
Please, Mr. Bogart.
Now listen, Chubby. You've got just 5 more minutes to get me my rabbit. Get me? Well, time's up, Shorty. Where's my rabbit?
Please, Mr. Bogart, I couldn't get a wabbit. I tried and I tried.
Oh, yeah? Well, I guess there's just one thing left for me to do.
Don't! Please, don't!
Baby, we'll just have to have a ham sandwich instead.
Baby? Remember, Garcon, the customer is always right. If it's rabbit baby wants, rabbit baby gets. Yahoo! Hubba, hubba!
Now that Bugs was a star, his creators tried to outdo themselves with each cartoon.
I can't do it! I can't!
Some guys just can't take it, see?
They even took on Disney in their own version of the classic Fantasia. Like its inspiration, the 1943 cartoon, A Corny Concerto, was set to classical music, only Elmer Fudd had any dialogue. In fact, it's the first and last time Elmer had the final word in any of Bugs's cartoons.
Greetings, music lovers. First, we will hear a waltz, written by Johann Strauss. And as we hear the rhythmic strains of the haunting refrain, listen to the whip-wing rhythm of the woodwinds as it rolls around and around, and it comes out here. Wasn't that lovely? And now we will present the beautiful Blue Danube.
When Bugs Bunny climbed up the rabbit hole, Warner Brothers cartoons entered its golden age. For most of the staff, the paychecks were nothing to write home about. But there was a spirit, a vitality that found its way into the cartoons and made it a hell of a fun place to work. Of course, Mr. Hollywood's star could now get away with anything, especially when directed by Tex Avery and Bob Clampett.
Funny situation, ain't it?
One thing about Tex Avery, he wasn't looking to be another Walt Disney. To Tex, cute was just a four-letter word.
I attempted to do things that Disney wouldn't dare to do. What I'm getting at is exaggeration in films. Wild takes.
Oh, well.
Distorted fairy tales.
Now what's all this about a turtle beating a rabbit? Why, you measly little shriveled up dope.
Some of Tex's gags were so good, they became Warner cartoon trademarks.
Hey, Red, just a minute. Let's wait till these people here get seated, and we'll go on with this thing.
I started playing with the audience. I wanted them aware that they were out there, and I knew they were out there. The asides to the audience, a la the old melodrama, I started that.
Tortoise beats hair? Why, these screwy guys don't know what they're talking about. What, a big bunch of joints? Now you ought to know, I work for them.
When Tex moved over to MGM in 1942, most of his staff was taken over by Bob Clampett.
Termite Terrace was a wonderful moment because it was an opportunity to do something completely original. It was a new hope.
I do this kind of stuff to them all through the picture.
All actors like directors who stretch their talent. Bob insisted upon it. Bugs learned how to handle sick jokes.
Gruesome, isn't it?
Tasteless jokes. Even inside jokes.
I used to make some of the sound effects verbally, such as the and I used to do it better. It was more like it still doesn't sound like it.
Bob Clampett and Tex Avery pushed Bugs to see just how far he could go. Their anything for a laugh style helped put the loony in Looney Tunes. And with Bugs, it was there to stay. Exaggeration, wild takes, audience asides, Tex Avery trademarks that brought out the best of Bugs in the 1941 cartoon, The Heckling Hare.
A rabbit hole.
What's up, Doc?
There's a rabbit down here, and I'm going to catch him.
Well, I'll be seeing you. Good luck, Doc.
Hey, that was the rabbit.
do to this guy now? I got it.
I crushed him. I done a bad thing. I crushed him. I crushed him. Flowers. Rest in peace, poor little bunny.
For me, Doc? Oh, you darling.
Did you see what nearly happened to me? Ooh, yeah, I gotta be more careful.
Too bad. But the joint had it coming to him. He should have watched his step.
Whenever Bob Clampett directed Bugs, he'd encourage everyone to come up with the wildest gags.
You naughty, naughty boy!
No matter how far out they got, no one could say, "Oh, no." Like all Bugs's directors, Bob found the word no hazardous to the health of creative people and rabbits.
Smart boy.
Just before Bob left Warner's in 1946, he had one last idea for Bugs that no one said no to.
I get the worst of it from that wabbit in every one of these cartoons. Of course, there's the little matter of my contract with Mr. Warner. Well, this for my contract. And that for my contract.
You ain't serious, are you? You're kidding, ain't you?
From now on, it's nothing but fishing for me. And no more wabbits.
No. No, Doc. You can't do this to me. Think what we've been to each other. Well, we've been like Rabbit and Costello. Damon and Runyon. Stan and Laurel. You can't do this, I tell you. You don't want to break up the act, do you? Betty Davis is going to hate me for this. Think of your career. And for that matter, think of my career.
West and we waxation at last. And no more wabbits.
Beautiful dreamer, la da da da. My, what a heavenly dream. Hey, I better look into this.
Oh.
Someone's rocking my dreamboat. Someone's invading my dreams. We were sailing along, peaceful and calm. I reiterate, what a heavenly dream. You know, it would be a catastrophe if perchance harm were to befall this serene scene. The rabbits are coming, hooray, hooray. The rabbits are coming, hooray, hooray. The rabbits are coming, hooray, hooray. The rabbits are coming, hooray, hooray.
Millions and trillions of rabbits. Where were they all coming from?
From me, Doc. I'm multiplying, see? I'm multiplying. Let's see, what can I do to this guy next? Oh, no! It's too gruesome! But I'll do it.
No, not that. Not that, please. Please, no.
Good gravy. Here it comes! The super cheap! Oh, agony! What's cooking, Doc? What's the matter, Doc? You cold? Here, I'll fix that. How old is she?
Gracious. Have any of you girls ever had an experience like this?
Quick, run this way.
Gee, thanks a lot, Mr. Rabbit, for getting me out of that.
The leaves of the brown come a-tumbling down. Remember.
What'll we do, Mr. Rabbit? What'll we do?
I don't know about you, Doc, but as for me... School! Or bottoms up! Gosh, ain't I a stinker?
Oh, what a horrible nightmare. Oh, Mr. Warner, I'm back. Okay, Mr. Wabbit, roll it.
I love that man.
1945 was a great year for Bugs Bunny.
Look at that critter! What a scalawag!
Bugs was now the #1 cartoon star in America and Warner Brothers' busiest actor. 30 films in 5 years. Hopping wildly from picture to picture did take its toll. But long before Hollywood had veterinary shrinks, director Chuck Jones was analyzing Bugs.
I'm primarily concerned with character. I'm primarily concerned with not what Bugs Bunny is, but who he is, and to get inside of what he is and feeling from my viewpoint.
Chuck prescribed some guidelines for Bugs.
We always started with Bugs in a natural rabbit environment. And someone would come along and try to deprive him of his life or his liberty or his foot or something of this kind, then he fought back, and that made him a personable character.
Not a bad trick, Doc.
We felt the reasons were important, and I think it was justified when you think that Bugs seems to be liked by people, not as a wise ass, but as a nice character who's defending his rights.
How do you like that?
If Chuck Jones was Bugs' analyst, then director Friz Freleng was his agent. Friz had Bugs working with some of the biggest names in Hollywood.
We had to remind each other that what Bugs really was. So in the exchange of our thoughts and storyboarding, we worked together on storyboards, we would remind each other to get back on the track what Bugs really was.
Friz found that Bugs really was a song and dance man. He could dance like a stair.
She's just a sweet little lady.
Out-sing Bing. And who do you think made Vladimir Horowitz quit for 12 years? Thanks to both Friz and Chuck, Bugs found himself. Things didn't slow down any, but there was now a method to the madness. Even in this hair-raising adventure, directed by Chuck Jones.
Tomorrow's another day till then. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. I don't know, but did you ever have the feeling you was being watched? Being watched, he says. Patience, little one. Your dinner will soon be here. A nice, tender little rabbit. You know, I could have sworn I was being watched. Yeah, but I guess it was just my imagination. Well... You don't need to lock that door, Mac. I don't want to leave. Baby! That's the trouble with some dames. kiss them and they fly apart. Well, that's that. Just a minute. I have another little friend who'd like to eat. Meet him. Another friend? Your friend? Yes. Well, goodbye. And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't. Here, you look like a strong, healthy boy. Give me a hand. Forgot to open the door. Is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor in the house?
I'm a doctor.
What's up, Doc? Don't go up there. It's dark. Hey, Frankenstein! Hey, man. Oh, for shame! Just look at your fingernails. My, I'll bet you monsters lead interesting lives. I said to my girlfriend just the other day, gee, I'll bet monsters are interesting, I said. The places you must go and the things you must see, my stars. And I'll bet you meet a lot of interesting people, too. I'm always interested in meeting interesting people. Now let's dip our patties in the water. Wow! Of the monster, exit our hero through the front door, stage right. None the worse for his harrowing experience. Of the monster, exit our hero through the front door, stage right. Oh, I'm heading for my bedding where I'll bed in for tonight. Oh, I'm heading for my bedding where I'll lay down, sleep me tight. Oh, hello. Hey, wait a minute, Dracula. Did you ever have the feeling you're being watched? That the eyes of strange, eerie things are upon you? Look. out there in the audience.
People!
And so, having disposed of the monster, exit our hero. Mechanical. Well, so it's mechanical.
Bugs always got along with his co-stars. But sometimes his directors didn't. Frizz Freeling thought Elmer Fudd was an idiot. So Frizz created a new co-star for Bugs.
Yosemite Sam, toughest guy that ever shot a gumdrop.
Here's the first time the varmint and the hombre slapped leather together.
They're always ready for a touch.
Why, you fool!
Now that's what I call deluxe accommodations. All right, Sam, we know you're in there. Open up. This is the sheriff.
Oh, no, you don't. I ain't a giving up without a struggle. Come and get me.
You missed me, Sam. I'm not coming to get you through the window. That's mighty bad shooting, Sam. Look, I'm right behind you. No, Sam, here I am. No, here. No, here, over here. No, here. No, here.
The vomit got me. I'm a-heading for the last roundup.
Oh, bury me not on the lone prairie, where the wild coyotes will howl on me.
Why did you pour ink on my head?
Well, so long.
Last stop, all out, Grand Central Station. Watch your step, sir. Watch your step. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Screwy. See you in St. Louis.
Now, you lop-eared polecat, try and get out of this one. Is this the end of Bugs Bunny? Will our hero be dashed to bits on the jagged rocks below?
Is he to be doomed to utter destruction? Will he be rendered non-compass mentis? He don't know me very well, do he?
Bugs Bunny cartoons are as much fun to hear as they are to watch. That's all because of Treg Brown and Carl Stalling. Carl was Bugs's musical director, a walking encyclopedia of music, always a tune going through his head. No matter what Bugs got himself into, Carl could always capture the mood. Carl also kept an ear out for songs from Warner's big movies, one suited for Bugs's tenored tonsils.
Let him tiddy-dee-dim, a kiss is still a kiss, sigh, just a sigh. Let him tiddy-dee-dim, as time goes by.
The same 50-piece orchestra that played for Bogey, Cagney, and all the Warner stars also played for Bugs, under Carl's baton. While Carl was conducting, Cutter Treg Brown was usually working on an inspiration of his own. Treg added the sound effects to Bugs's cartoons. They weren't necessarily accurate,
telephone.
But they were always unique. Treg liked making sounds you don't hear in real life, but sort of wish you did. Sounds like the enchanting zerp.
Now don't go away.
The ever-popular fwee for fwee fwee fwee.
You chubby little rascal.
And the haunting hubbada hubbada. Thanks to Treg and Carl, you can tell a Warner's cartoon just by listening to it. Of course, there's that one sound that stands out above all the rest. That's the twang that kicks off every Bugs Bunny cartoon. Keep your ears open for the audio art of Carl Stalling and Treg Brown in this 1944 cartoon, Little Red Riding Rabbit.
The whistle won't blow, and what do you think? My papa's still in the factory, 'cause he don't know what time it happens to be. La da 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 da.
What you got in the basket, gorgeous?
I got a little bunny rabbit which I'm taking to my grandma's to have, see?
Wow. Not a bad pair of stems for a rabbit.
Yeah, and he's got a cute face too, see? Da 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 da.
Come on! Take a powder! This is my racket! Come in!
Come in. Hey, Grandma! I brought a little bunny rabbit for you to have.
Rabbit?
Hey, Grandma, you almost forgot. Grandma, what big eyes you got.
Yeah, I know. All right. Big eyes. Yeah, I know. Goodbye.
Hey, Grandma! That's an awfully big nose for you. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Sure, I know. Thanks a lot. Goodbye. He's gone.
Did you look in this side, Doc?
He ain't here either.
There he goes. Quick, after him. He went that way. Quick, go get
chérie, tout de suite, qu'est-ce que c'est? File dire mon petit, mon pampois, hein?
Get out! Hey now! Cut that out or... Say, white guy! Oh, yeah! Yeah! Philadelphia! Schizophrenic! Yes! No! Red! Blue! Drop! Hip! Pop! Put on your own red! Hold over! Say! To the fields of clover we read back!
What sharp teeth you got, Grandma?
Pour on your old gray bonnet with a blue.
What's cooking, Doc? I'll do it. But I'll probably hate myself in the morning.
No matter how old he gets, Bugs Bunny is never at a loss for words.
Where's that rabbit?
What's up, prune fish?
That's all thanks to these guys. Writers like Mike Maltese, Ted Pierce, and Warren Foster. They didn't work much with typewriters. They drew their ideas. Sometimes they'd even appear in a picture. In silhouette, anyway.
Sit down.
When the Bunny's bon mots were ready, the writers gave them to the man of 1,000 voices, Mel Blanc.
How do you do? I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Hello.
Mel started at Warner's in 1937 as the drunken front end of a bull.
This is fine stuff.
Mel went on to do the voices for most of Warner's cartoon characters. Bugs was his favorite. However, there was one habit of the rabbit that drove him nuts.
Mel is in effect allergic to carrots. And so when he would record the voice, he'd take the bite on the carrot and he'd say, and he'd chew and he'd talk. We would have to have a big tub there. So the minute he finished the line, he'd go spit it all out.
The cartoon characters really became part of Mel. One exception was Elmer Fudd. His voice belonged to radio actor Arthur Q. Bryan.
I used to be a goldfish swallower, but now I'm a racehorse trout. I went to the Derby in 1940.
In 4 of Bugs's early cartoons, Elmer was even modeled after the portly Bryan. People love Bugs for his fearless wit.
Just like Gary Cooper, huh?
And because he always says just what's on his mind.
Gosh, ain't I a stinker?
It's hard to imagine anyone putting words in his mouth. But that's exactly what his writers and Mel Blanc have done for over 50 years. Most of the voices in Bugs's cartoons belong to Mel Blanc. But in Robert McKimson's 1948 Gorilla My Dreams, Mel's the entire jungle.
down where the terrain winds a play. Down where you lose a day. We found a new world where paradise starts. We traded hearts way down where the trade winds play. Hasn't the stork ever visited us, Gruesome? Everybody has a baby but us.
I work. I slave. What thanks do I get?
Kids.
I'm gonna... We traded vows the night that I sailed away. Someone's rocking my dreamboat. Someone's invading my dreams. We were sailing along, peaceful and calm. Suddenly something went wrong. Someone's rocking my dreamboat, destroying a beautiful dream. But with love as my guide, I'll follow the tide. I'll keep sailing till I find you. What's up, Doc? Cut that out, Gargantua. I ain't an ape. I'm a rabbit. Hey, look, long ears, fluffy tail, technically known as a Rodontus rabitus.
My baby doesn't love me.
That's my soft spot. Dame's crying. So she thinks I'm a baby. Well, I can go along with a gag. Okay, stop crying. I'm sorry. Turn off the waterworks. Mother. Me and my big fat mouth. Now we'll go home and surprise your father. Oh, Gruesome, I have a little surprise for you. Daddy!
I think I'll take Junior for a little walk.
That's nice. While you're gone, I'll fix dinner. Goodbye, Mug.
Upset daisy. Upset daisy.
This kid don't know his own strength. You missed me, Doc. Shall we try it again? My way. Break it up, break it up. You can't hang around here. You got me fair and square. I throw myself on your tender mercies. I wore him out.
Bugs has always had a great respect for writers. In fact, two of his own, Mike Maltese and Ted Pierce, were models for his co-stars in Wackiki Wabbit. They even supplied the voices. And from the looks of it, they could have been another Abbott and Costello.
Onions. Huh? What'd you say? Oh, nothing. Oh.
Island. Yorana, ahatera, oteitane, inoroha, otoraha, iamakai wahine,
Well, thanks. Gee, did you say that?
If I hope the para what they did the way away. You had to be a thing though here, I don't know to out of a year away. Told them not, the thing, but I'm not going to get away. Told them not, told them not, told them not.
And we found a new the back, please, the back. You're cute too, Doc.
We're gonna have roast rabbit. We're gonna have roast rabbit. We're gonna have roast rabbit.
We're gonna have roast rabbit. We're gonna have roast. Ooh. No, you don't. Pull a knife on me, would you? Why, you. One false move out of you and I'll...
A ship! We're saved! Hooray! We're saved! We're going on a boat! We're going on a boat! Tra-la-la-la-la-la!
Bon voyage! Have a nice trip, fellas. Farewell! Hurry aboard! Don't forget to write! Come on! I'll see you again sometime! Bye! Enjoy yourself! Bon voyage! Farewell!
Forget to ride! Farewell! Bon voyage!
It's hard to believe half a century has passed since Bugs joined Warner's cartoon staff. Together, they created something that is universally loved and timeless. Their fun became some of the best times of our lives. It's anyone's guess where the next 50 years will take Bugs. But as long as he keeps making that wrong turn at Albuquerque, our laughter will never be far behind.
And that's the end. Someone's rocking my dreamboat. Someone's invading my dreams. We were sailing along, peaceful and calm. Suddenly something went wrong. Someone's rocking my dreamboat. Someone's invading my dreams. We were sailing along, peaceful and calm. Suddenly something went wrong. Someone's rocking my dreamboat. Someone's invading my dreams. But with love as my guide, I'll follow the tide. I'll keep sailing till I find you.